thoughts on today's game?
Wasn't pretty. And I'm delighted with the point because it's fair and honest to say that we were second best pretty much for the whole duration of the game. In saying that, Renshaw's made only two that I can remember top saves. I think the first one in the first half down to his left, where I think it's come off Connor Tiller when they put a cross in, and then a header at the top end off a corner where he's flicked it over the bar. No, they went for a couple of times first half, and they'll be disappointed with the finishing because they should have won the game. But credit to our lads, because I thought we defended our box incredibly well, which is what you've got to do when you come here. They put the ball on you, they put it in behind you, they put it in the box at every opportunity, and and you've got to defend well, and I felt we did in the main. Obviously, they got in a couple of times. As I say, Renshaw made a couple of good saves. A bit of bad finishing by them, but then the longer we stayed in the game, always felt that we might just get a chance, whether it be an error or a set play. And obviously got a corner there towards the end. Harry's headed it really well, and the keeper's made a great save down to his right. So I feel like the players deserve the point for the sheer hard work and graft, but we're probably lucky to come away with a point today.
So Tom Pearce made his first start since joining on permanently. How did you assess his game today?
Very difficult game for him to come into. Isolated for long spells of the game. Thought particularly in the first half he had some cute touches and brought some of the other lads from in behind him into play. We just weren't anywhere near good enough with the ball really today, and obviously the pitch is a bit difficult. They press with great intensity and make it really difficult for you to settle into any kind of pattern, and that probably meant that Tom was a bit isolated, didn't really have any real chances. But we know with Tom that he's honest and he's willing, and he'll work his socks off for 90-95 minutes. So difficult first game for him to come back into, but I thought he put the right shift in for the team.
I mean, it appeared you changed your system a couple of times throughout that game. What was you thinking behind that?
Felt we needed to at half time. Obviously feel obviously bad for Cookie, because obviously last week Scott Wilson got sent off and we had to sacrifice a man at half time to bring Gary Flowers on, and that obviously play was Cookie, and obviously tactically we were way second best in the first half, and just felt like a matter of time really till he kind of knocked us over and scored a goal. So we obviously wanted to get a bit more physicality on the pitch, because we were really struggling to kind of get a hold of the ball and get our passing game going. So we know Harry Flowers is very powerful, defends the box incredibly well. Started him was probably a bit too early, but he came on and did great for us there in that second half. That obviously allowed us to push Adam Barton into midfield, give us a little bit more presence in there, because Bainbridge and Vassallo, they got free a few times in the first half, making them third man runs, and just putting Adam Barton in there kind of nullified that, gave us a little bit more height on the pitch. And then you look at the clock and you've got 15 minutes to go. Their centre half, Evans, his first game, thought he did great, but it looked like he was tiring a little bit towards the end, so we wanted to give him something a little bit different to think about, put an extra striker up there, because we managed to stay in the game for such a long time. You always felt that we might maybe pinch something, and obviously the lads adapted well every change we made, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to be adaptable, and but the players did it quite well.
And it's Brackley Town this weekend, which looks to be a tough game. What are your thoughts ahead of this one?
Another tough game. Every single game in this league is tough. We only said to the players beforehand that this kind of run of games, we drew with Southport on Boxing Day 0-0. Obviously we've drawn with Brackley away 0-0. It's my second game at the club. Obviously we drew with Hereford. Tight games, and you need to defend well. If you're going to come out of them with any kind of points, you have to defend well. And I thought in the main we did that tonight, and we'll certainly need to do it again on Saturday against a very good Brackley team. But we're at home. We obviously want to try and be better with the ball and try and play a better game, and that's the challenge for us now. So we'll rest up next couple of days, train hard on Thursday, and look forward to the Brackley game.